It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Touch it.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's out right at the 25. A good start. One play, 10 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. The Eagles at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number one. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Mack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Mahomes' throw brought in by Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam.
Now a 3rd down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they're coming off a fourth-down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is pull off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter? 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that, but I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Mack. And to the 42-yard line here. Brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And Hurts going to move him around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And some space here. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hart, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 41-yard line.
And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the midfield stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken around the 12. A nice punt, but a good run back as well. 13 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On the give, this is Mack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They go right back to Mack. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the handoff, it's Mack. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a carry from Mack. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's Mack. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Hurts changing up the play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the run is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point,
Show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
3rd down and 1.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. 15, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Jacobs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That one complete down the field to Smith. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 98 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Counter play with Jacobs. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. In motion left goes Smith. Mahomes now to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Miller. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian Watson, 74 yards. And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. A try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
73.
On first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the action...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
At the 13-yard line.
No touch. Hey, easy. 63, bang. Crowd left Yeti.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Easy.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, it's Mahomes. A short throw to Musgrave. They get 14 back, but it leads down to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
That's taken in by Watson. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game